Hey everyone, it's Shay with Truly Wellness. Today I'm doing that kind of next step check-in with the case study that I started last week. I'm going to try to link them all. I don't really know what I'm doing on the platforms yet, so bear with. I'll make sure the titles are there so that you can watch them in order. In the last one, I did a tarot pull on the how and why of reconnecting with my divine femininity, or finally reconnecting with my divine femininity. When I do tarot pulls, I like to sit with them for a few days. I find that no matter where you're at in your tarot reading, when you read for yourself, it's easy to let kind of ego and that stubbornness and I'm not going to pay attention to that part or I'll twist it. So I like to sit with it for a few days to really kind of analyze it and give myself a chance to get out of my own way to get the full of the reading. In which I came to realize that it was also talking about my reluctance to step away from that masculine into the femininity, that it was a survival method for me to get through the trauma and even that first bit of healing. I also realized that in hindsight there were plenty of signs that this is what I needed to do, but as I find this one the most daunting and scary out of all the ones that I've done so far, it was easy to ignore. What got through was a spirit that I first met back in May. I wasn't quite able to connect with her, but my guides let her come through. And last week she came through about 3 times and was able to finally connect with her and get a message, and needing to face this part was part of it. So she was the one that got through, so I'm grateful for that. The other thing that I've done over the last few days, because of my eek in working on this, was find that further motivation. I no longer need to live in survival mode. I don't want to live in survival mode. I'm done being stuck. And I also want to be how I should be and in my divine femininity, to allow that divine masculine in my life to be his role. Divine femininity is not doormat, rollover, subjugated. It's more when the divine feminine and masculine are together, it's that duality and balance. Both are providers, both are protectors, both guide, both do the same things, just in very different ways. And if I don't step away from the masculinity into the femininity, it's kind of going to be like 2 alpha wolves get together and it's a clash. And I don't want that. I want him to be able to play his role and me to do mine. In that we both grow, we make space for each other, we succeed. Another way to look at that and how it balances is kind of like a division of chores, say. When it comes to tending the house, I'll dust, you vacuum, you cook, I clean, the dishes kind of thing. And that's going to be the only way I get a healthy relationship and step away from bad ones that did not help me. That meant I further had to stay in that because they didn't fully choose me, because they wouldn't play those roles. It's pretty good motivation. since I've done my tarot reading, I haven't been able to really meditate or have any of that communication with spirit that I usually do every day. And that's kind of been weird for me and an adjustment. So I went to do another tarot pull to find out why their sudden radio silence, and was basically that I need the silence for the opportunity to connect with myself. I need to connect with my body. I am aware of my body. I've got great awareness of what's going on in my body, but I'm not connected to it. I still feel them around me. My spirit team hasn't abandoned me. They never abandon anybody. But they're just taking that step back so there's no distractions to stop me. So meditating on my tarot pull is not something that's going to be a next step. Instead, what I've decided to do is implement some psychosomatic exercises to help me connect with my body. And I started them this morning, and it was interesting. Could almost feel even my body's hesitation. Like, what do you mean we're doing something different? We're too old for different. We're too stubborn, too locked in. But we're not. It's going to take some time, but I'll get there. The other thing that I am doing is every now and then when I get chaotic, I'll set a timer for a day or two every hour for a day or two, to stop and ground. So that's where I imagine the roots coming from the bottom of my feet, going deep into the earth and just getting that rooted energy and the calm and just pushing all that bad out, taking all the good in from Mother Earth. Because I need to connect to my body, not so much ground, I'm going to be basically doing the same thing but changing it so that I am going from my spirit rooting into my body, if that makes sense. I don't know how many days I'm going to do that for. We'll see. I'll just kind of take it as it goes, as well as the psychosomatic exercises, and then focus on those for the next couple of days and then see where I need to go from there. So I'll check back in a couple of days. Hope you all have a good day. Bye.